Yo, what's happening? This is Late Night CJ, and we back at it again. Tonight I want to talk about something that's really near and dear, and I want people to take a second and actually think about what I'm about to talk about. Tonight I want to talk about being in a relationship with someone who has experienced or is experiencing a loss in the family. This right here, this is one of them things in a relationship next to children that there is no handbook for. You dig what I'm saying? There's no handbook for either the person that is grieving or the person that's with them. Okay? It's all new territory. And if you're not solid in your relationship, it definitely will put a strain on things. Like seriously, it will put a serious strain on things because you both are having to navigate in a space that neither one has ever been in or has had a start, a middle, and an ending. There is no ending to it. You understand? And this is one of them things that, I can speak for experience on both sides of the game. When something happened with, the situation that I'm in, my first instinct was to be there 100%. Yo, I'm here for you. If you need somebody to talk to, a shoulder to cry on, let it out. Just talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold it in. That's not a good thing. And all that whole time in my attempts to draw her in actuality, I was pushing her away. Because how she grieved is different than how I thought a person in that situation would grieve. And my thing was, I was trying to be the individual I thought I would want somebody to be for me if I were in that scenario. And such was not the case. You dig what I'm saying? So it really brings into question of how well do you know your partner. Now, granted, like I said, as a caveat, there is no manual to how this happens. The person you're with might totally act left of what you thought is right. Bars. You know what I mean? You might think they're a certain way, like they're going to be over here and I know them, and they could be all the way over here. Okay? And then, so now it comes to a point to where you have to be able to adapt to your partner based upon the love that y'all have for each other. Okay, you have to be willing to listen. You have to step outside of yourself and pay attention to what they need most in that. It's like navigating through a minefield at times. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like navigating through a landmine. Sometimes what worked yesterday might not work today. What worked today might not work tomorrow. It's a moment by moment. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and you're ready for a tornado and it's blue skies and palm trees. And then sometimes you think it's blue skies and palm trees, and then they could hear a song or see a rerun on TV and instantly be triggered, and it's a tornado or it's a thunderstorm of tears or just straight silence. The thing is, when you're in a committed relationship and this occurs, you have to be committed to the fight. And I don't mean necessarily a fight like who's right and who's wrong. I mean committed to the uphill battle and the struggle that's going to come along with being in this type situation. You have to be more open and more sympathetic probably than you've ever been in your life. You have to be willing to go into an emotional territory with somebody who's navigating through there, and you have to trust them. You have to follow their lead regardless of how you feel you should navigate through this space. And it's very difficult. And in doing that, you can't turn it around back on them and be like, man, I'm here for you. I've been like, that's what you were supposed to do. Man, with all these times when you mad, I gotta sit there, I don't even say nothing. I don't even say that. Which leads to the final part. You have to put your physical needs on hold during this. Trust me, partner. The last thing a woman is thinking about is something intimate. But the intimacy they want might be a hug, might be just to lay down next to her, might just to be your presence. Not the intimacy you might think of. There might not be a sexual intimacy that she craves. It could be months. Are you down for that? Do you love her enough to put your physical needs on hold for the sake of your relationship? That's the type of bond that must occur in this, because situations like that can go completely left. Completely left. You dig what I'm saying? If you're not committed to be selfless. See, a lot of times we want to be selfish when the requirements in a relationship are to be selfless, especially when you're dealing with greed. You know what I mean? This is just something I just wanted to touch on tonight. You know what I'm saying? Out here just relaxing. But once again, this is Late Night CJ. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. 100.